Hey, this is Rob with Rob's Nerdy Knives. We're here at the Kizer booth, man, and we're here with Jeremy, and he's about to talk about some of the knives, got some prototypes, some exciting news coming up. So I'm going to let Jeremy take it away.
All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and talk about some of the stuff that's coming really soon. I know you guys like to see that. So here we have our popular Banish series. We're dressing it up. We're doing some different handle materials. We've got G10, we've got this beautiful red micarta, Stormtrooper, of course, some carbon fiber. So these will be coming out really soon. Pay attention to those. Our smaller version of our Harpoon, this is the Harpoon Mini. This is going to be with the PEI material, 3V coated blade. Let's go down this way, show you some other cool stuff that's coming. I think you guys will really like. We can't do a Kizer video without talking about the Militaw. This is coming in a beautiful 80s fat carbon material. Very nice. Still going to have that mirror DLC on there that everybody loves. Still got the great action. Whew, so fast. But yeah, this will be coming really soon, probably end of June, July-ish. So as long as production moves, sometimes things happen, but we've got that. But right behind it, also a version of the Militaw that you guys, well, I know you haven't seen. It's a fixed blade. Now this is a concept prototype, which means things may still change on the design. The steel is to be determined, but we know where we're going with it. So this is the general direction. Has a really nice feel in hand. This is aluminum with the camel carbon fiber. This is the aluminum, or no, this is G10, sorry, with micarta inserts. So different finishes on the blades, to be determined. This one's interesting. This is the offset. So we got a lot going on to talk about here. So I'm gonna rotate it slowly, and you'll notice this is an integral design. Titanium body, you have one screw holding the whole thing together right at the pivot. You've got this nice liner outset that makes it really easy. So that's what it looks like closed, which is awesome. Super easy to flip open. But yeah, since we didn't want to take away from this and do a cutout here, it just sticks out a little bit when it's open, but when it's closed, it keeps the whole thing looking nice and clean. The other thing to talk about is this insert. So it looks like leather because it is leather. Now, we're playing around with some different finishes. We have this one here in the dark leather as well. Titanium, integral design. So this one's really exciting. We're looking forward to this. So this is some of the fun stuff. We'll go back here real quick. We've done the cormorant before, but we've got some fun handle materials. We've got this like pink and white decibel kind of milling in the G10. I think this one will be pretty popular. We have a frag pattern in this OD green G10. This is like 6 different ways to open this knife. We've got multiple flippers, buttons, fan favorite. I think you guys will like this. Talk about this one real quick. This is the Feeweed. So we're very community driven. In our Facebook group, we allow our members to design knives. Everyone votes on it. It's very much a community effort. And the knife is chosen and we produce it. We sign a contract with them and we let them produce their knife, bring their vision to life. This is the latest winner, the Feeweed. You have carbon fiber inserts, beautifully blasted and milled titanium handles. Carbon fiber is the over travel stop, which is a nice touch. Triangle thumb studs and a front flipper that works great. So really excited about that. This is coming down the line as well. And the last,
I have to tell you, I flipped that one earlier, and it's amazing.
It is. I don't want to say it's the best front flipper we have coming because we have some great stuff, but it's awesome. It's got great action. And then let's talk about this. So I'm going to move a couple things out of the way so we can really focus on these. This is something new we're doing. So this is going to be a Kizer X series is what we're calling it right now. This is going to be our way of flexing our capabilities, right? So the most that we can do, most premium materials, most premium handle milling. So what's interesting is getting real close on that. That's not an insert. That's milling. It's all one piece of titanium. That's milling in the handle to give it that mesh. So all that has been milled out individually of this one piece. And then if you go to the back side, we've got some nice decorative stuff. Beautiful pocket clip there. Big thumb studs act as an over travel stop. Let me close it there. We got insert for tritium. So this is one version. The Silver Wing is the working name. Blade steel to be determined, but if you guys have any suggestions, let us know what those might be because we want to hear it. And we've got one more. The Schlechter, Polish word for nobility. They used to have their decorative weapons when they go into combat. It was not, they wouldn't really fight with them, but it was just beautiful pieces. And that's what we're trying to do here. You have a fading frag pattern, and each piece of frag is milled. Floating back spacer, beautiful pocket clip, beautiful brass thumb stud. Yeah, maybe we do some premium S90V, maybe some damage steel. Who knows? We're really trying to make a statement with these pieces. So tritium insert on this one as well. Any questions on any other stuff you see, Rob?
No, well, first of all, I like that Persian design, so that's definitely got a really kind of a nice swooping blade. So if you're a big Persian fan, you know, that Shirogorov, that kind of Persian that a lot of people really are getting into. It seems to be very popular nowadays. That's something really nice.
And I like that they use the jimping to kind of do some file work. It looks kind of like file work, but it's just jimping. It serves a purpose, but it just little extra detail, right?
Yeah, you have those details that really adds up to a knife. That's things people look for. So I think
low quantities. Yeah.
So I will tell you, I saw this one over here. That's looks like a crossbar lock with a DLC coated blade. What is that right there?
So this is also actually that thing I was telling you about, where we let our community design a blade and design on it. This was the previous winner before the Feeweed. So this is the Bolterior, this one as well. So it is a clutch lock. We got a mirror DLC fat carbon inlay. Blade steel on this one is going to be still prototype, so not a sign. But options are open. Just look at that nice full backspacer. I love it. Mill titanium clip. So yeah, but this was a Kizer XU winner as well. Community knife.
And I love it is the clutch lock, so that means it's adjustable and everything, which is something Kizer has come out with, what, 5 different adjustments?
Yeah, so there'll be holes once you take the frame off. There's multiple holes in here. You can set the tension to what you prefer.
That's awesome. I love that. So what are the little guys right there?
Yeah, these are the Shot. And it's a nice, slender, kind of like business knife, right? Like just like a dress knife, gentleman's knife. There we go. Now I know. So you have this beautiful, like, brushed aluminum handle. They might be bronze, they might be copper. We're still playing around with it. But you've just got this nice, like, brushed finish on there. Super slim, just very fine blade. One thing I really like about this with these slim knives that are driven by thumb stud is a lot of times you got to fight to get your finger in there. This gives you that track, that right there, gives you easy access to that thumb stud to get it open. Yeah, and it's also a front flipper. Deep carry pocket clip, and we got a couple different versions. Like I said, we're playing around with the finishes.
Oh, that's really cool. I like it when they give you a track for the thumb stud. I can tell you, I see that in some higher end knives, and that is a really nice touch, because I've had a couple of knives where they didn't have it, and it can rip up your thumb pretty badly.
It does, and you're sitting there like, I just want to get it open. I don't want to have to train myself to open a knife, right? We want the knives to open when we want them to open.
Absolutely. So why don't we just finish off with those last two, because, you know, somebody's going to like the big knives. So
yeah, so this is big hunk of titanium, lots of milling, big chunk of steel, and once again, the steel is working. So this is prototype. So we'll play around with it. This has a little bit of a different detent system. So it's not a detent ball, it's like a detent pillar. It's a little subtle change, it's not super noticeable, but you notice it if you play around with it. But tentatively called the Hawk, some milling there. I even like this right here has that micro milling across the plane of the titanium.
That's really nice, I like that. I'm gonna zoom in on that.
Yeah. There you go. And then the front, super weight relief too. So while it is a big knife, here, I'm going to take the microphone just so you can just feel.
Yeah, for sure, Cody.
So it is a big knife, but it is just super lightweight. Oh, you're feeling the detent system, right?
Yeah. So, move that so I can talk.
Yeah.
So, is that like almost like a nub?
Yeah, kind of. It's like a raised nub. So not quite a detent ball, a little bit more, but also contoured. So it just gives it a little bit of a different, almost easier break.
Yeah. So I've seen that, like Sharp by Design, Holt Blade Works, and some other folks that do that.
Premium stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. It gives you a double click sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. So, like I said, we want to flex on it, especially with the X Series here, and we're going to kind of bring these things to all of our knives.
So is the X Series going to have that little detent as well?
It may not. If it's a detail that we can just add to it, then yes, we'll be adding that to these things along the way.
I think it's really cool because it gives you a crisp deployment, and it's very smooth coming down.
Yeah, so that's what we've got. I'm glad you came by. Thanks for checking us out.
Hey, thanks so much, Jeremy. Appreciate it, and you for giving us the insights with Kizer.